Alright, cool. So, I wanted to just do this video just to talk about Newham, how we grew up in Newham, from the borough that we are. This is Jesse. I'm Mitak. We both grew up in Newham.
Ends, absolutely.
Ends. We both have businesses. We've been doing a lot of things, and we kind of just wanted to just touch on a few things, like what it was like growing up in Newham during our time, compared to how it's now, as well as what it was like to start our businesses, and kind of just being in the mindset that we are now, compared to, you could say, how it was like in school.
It sounds mad even saying that we have businesses, because me, like, I never used to think that. So like I would just think the normal route, like our parents tell me, the normal route of go to school, go to college, get an education, guarantee the job, which we know now, COVID times or whatever, that's not guaranteed. But yeah, just kind of in the mindset of following that route that your parents know. But then obviously as you grow older and in our time now, it's obviously different. So there's so many opportunities, and like, yeah, it's just still weird being able to say I have my own business, because everyone can make something now. After the first lockdown, I'm sure a lot of people, like a lot of girls and whatnot, are making like hair, nail businesses, salons, things like that. So
definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot to it now in terms of accessibility and stuff. So.
Yeah, nah, it is crazy. So I mean, what would you say, like how was your upbringing during school?
Upbringing during school, it was alright, to be fair. I think where I live, obviously everyone I know is that close, and I've never moved away before, so I'm still in the same area. Everyone's pretty much still here, so it wasn't nothing where I felt anything was new. Kind of new people from primary went up, secondary, everyone pretty much went to the same school. So even going secondary, I didn't come in feeling like it was like, oh, I don't know anyone. It was more the case of, it was the same thing, like I know everyone and it's calm. So in terms of upbringing during school, it was all good. Like obviously, it was banter, there's jokes. Like, me and you as well, like, but yeah, it was banter, it was good.
I miss school, man. I miss school.
Rules.
That was actually quite fun. So yeah, what would you say, how you've like transitioned then from that type of mindset that you had when you were in school, where it was just everything was just about getting a job, and you have like a real poor dad, rich dad situation.
Yeah.
If you haven't read the book, go read it.
Read that book. Read your books in general. Read your books in general, man. You know, in school, like they tell you read your books and like you're not bothered. But as you grow older, it's
do you remember that tutor? Every time I had tutor in the morning, it was like we had like 10-15 minutes. Time to read.
Who's reading? Everyone's trying to crack jokes and that. Like,
why am I gonna read that book? What's this gonna do?
Oh yeah, I forgot my book to stand back. Read your books, man. Real talk.
Well, and then after that, I was like, I saw the importance of books, just like learning with books.
I think it depends on, like, in school there is accessibility, to be fair, in terms of the libraries there, but I think going back to what you said about the mindset, we don't know to like read those sorts of books related to business and how to make money and things like that. I think it's kind of just like storytelling books, and kind of just grab those ones. But as you get older and you're exposed to more things, when you enter the real world and stuff, you start going, okay, like you listen to different people speak, Gary Vee and those kind of people, and like they have books out and you think, okay, let me try reading these type of books now, and it kind of opens out to like more things in it. So.
Yeah. Now even like when I was in English class, I still hate writing. Like, I didn't like it.
I didn't mind it. I think I enjoy. To be fair, I hated English and liked maths in around year 7, year 8.
Yeah.
Then algebra came in the swap. I swear down. When I was actually decent at maths, but when it got to that year, I switched it. I was like, this is shit. I can't do that, man.
But I don't still get algebra right now, man. But yeah, I hated English, and now I'm writing books. Like it's it's mad.
That's mad. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. But yeah, going back to that, the rich dad poor dad situation. How did that help you growing up in this kind of area?
Yeah, let me touch it. So like, obviously, I would say during school, obviously my mom's mainly like kind of drilling into me that you gotta like set up your future. You gotta be able to like do well in school, get your grades so you can progress, go to uni, get your degree, get a job, get a house, car, in that kind of order, like it's meant to go. Like, it doesn't happen like that. But it's obviously not a bad thing she's saying. It's like, that's what she knows and that's what she's trying to get into me, which is never a bad thing. Like, I don't regret going to uni. It's just, there's so many different ways now to do things. It's like it's not like beforehand, maybe you say, oh, if you didn't go uni, you're a failure. Like, but that's not the case now. Like, a lot of people are doing so many different things, either making money, businesses, whatever it is, and they haven't gone to uni. They don't have no grades, nothing. So I don't think that really matters as much before. But I would say, because of how much my mum was drilling that into me, I didn't really take note of my dad's side of things. Obviously, he's self-employed, mechanic and stuff. My mum's a nurse. So obviously, like you said, in terms of rich dad, poor dad, I've got someone that works for someone and someone that works for himself. So I was more taking note of my mum's side of things. As I got older, I'll go work with my dad sometimes, start seeing different things. So I think at this point, my mentality was still my mum's mentality, but I started seeing things around when I was with my dad, going work and how he does stuff. I would start asking questions. But even then, I still wasn't business minded. I was just curious, so I was just asking questions. But maybe that was the start of it. Yeah. But I think as I got older and even up to now, I think that's when I'm really taking note of my dad's side of things. Because I think obviously after leaving school, most people get their first jobs or whatnot. And obviously I'm 24 now. Like, I've had a lot of jobs working for people. Mm-hmm. So I think now I know what that's like. From the time my mum was telling me to do all that, I've gone through the process. Like she said, I've worked for someone. Now I know that. What I don't know is how to work for myself. And how to like build something. So like that's when I think, when I got to that stage that I wanted to do that, that's when I think I started asking my dad more questions and maybe getting books and reading to go along with what my dad said. That's what I would say.
Okay.
How about you? What would you say in terms of your situation of like being business minded and whatnot?
I think my one, I wasn't like, I didn't get the chance like he did to see like both the perspectives. So I kind of had to just figure it out myself. But I think I learned from just working in retail, like after finishing school, just working in retail, that kind of just, I don't know, I didn't like it. Like, I didn't like the environment. I didn't like the idea of like working for someone, and like I wouldn't have like minded it, to be honest, but it was like the way they did it. It was like the way your managers would handle you or the employees or treat you. It was just it just didn't make sense, and I was just like, I didn't want that. Like,
you see, with me, I think because of the mentality I had at the time, thinking that working for someone means you got a secure job, because obviously my mum's job's been fine, like she never lost a job, nothing like that. Like, I thought, seeing all that and knowing what she told me, I was thinking, as soon as I get my degree, job, sorted. But the times we're in, that's not the case. It's never been the case. Like, you always have to have more than one income and, you know, work hard and stuff. So nothing's ever guaranteed. So I think that's another thing as well. But yeah, at the time I didn't see it as, oh, I don't like it and stuff. I was just happy doing it. But I think now it's like you realise that, okay, cool, you're still happy to work in a job, but you need a side hustle or something. And I think a lot of people in our generation are doing that, like making sure they have side hustle and making more means of income. So.
No, definitely, So I mean, like for you then, it was more like having the job was more like a security kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
like it just kind of, well, it kind of tells you you're sorted, even though you're not. It's kind of like, okay, I've got this job, I can chill now.
You're okay from
when that should never be the case. Even right now, I've got my job, but I don't feel like I'm sorted, because anything can happen. True. So you gotta like still have a side hustle and still make plans for like other things. Whether it works out or not is another thing, but still, basically, don't be happy with one stream of income. Basically, try and work hard, and you're young. Try and work hard so that you are able to do different things while you can. Because when you're older, you can't take risks like you can now. Now, most people, obviously, they still live with their family. They haven't got like anyone depending on them and stuff. So they're able to take risks and do things and see what happens. Like, so I think that's the stage that I say we've got to. But in general, most people have got to now. They realise that, okay, like, we're young. There's no excuses. Look at someone like Dave, artist, like. He's young. What he's achieved for his age is, I think he's younger than us. Like, it's a joke. Things like that. So it's about taking a risk and just like going with it and see what happens. You ain't got nothing to lose. That's what I'd say. But,
Alright, so let me ask you this then. What has it been like? Because I know we're both working towards building our wealth. You know, not just with our business, but we're doing like other investments, real estate, other stuff, crazy stuff. So what has that been like for you in terms of opportunities and doors being open because of where you come from? Or like where the area you're from?
I would say, I don't know if I'd say it was hard, but I think just not knowing in terms of like seeing other people doing it, I think that wasn't really there until like now. Even going away from that topic a bit, just people like Idris Elba and whatnot, like knowing that he came from the ends and whatnot and seeing what he's doing, I think back in the day there wasn't too many people maybe we knew of that were like from our area and doing that kind of thing. But I think now obviously that's more so the case. I think in that sense opportunity is there more and like you're exposed to it more. Whereas when you're growing up in the ends, all you know, football, music, shotting and that. That's all you see. Like there's not much, but you can actually go and do so much more. Like there's even people like working also in construction or something. That's actually calm. That's a good thing. But people don't see it like that. People always see football, music, which are obviously calm, like dream and that. But football, music, and gangs. Like, that's pretty much the three things that I would say I saw anyway. I wouldn't speak for everyone else, but
I don't think it's like that anymore. But I think when we were growing up, it's definitely like that because there wasn't like social media or there wasn't any other stuff for us to have any other options. So the only options we had in ends was just you're either in a gang, you're shotting, or you're playing football, or you do music. Like that was kind of it, or you get good grades and get a job. Like that's what we had in ends. Literally growing up, and that's all we knew because that was the type of people we knew. So how did we maneuver from that then, would you say?
I mean, I picked football. I was didn't make it because my knee. No, I'm joking. I ain't bang on. But no, I picked football. I love football from young. So like,
so is the league.
Me, I'm an only child. The way I saw it was like for me to try doing the bad stuff. Like I would just get one-way ticket to Ghana and you never see me again. Like I remember used to look outside and let's see people out late. I used to think, can't do that. Like I see them doing bad stuff and I can't do it because obviously my parents rely on me and stuff. Like I wasn't the bad kid to do that, innit? But obviously I played football like throughout my life and whatnot, Sunday league, like semi-pro, all that stuff. But I think that kept me grounded in terms of I was just trying to make it, just trying to follow it. So I never like really turned my attention to anything bad and whatnot. I was shook, man. Shook my parents for anything like that. Some people are brave. Obviously, everyone's situations are different. Some people's family, like homes. Some people are in broken homes and whatnot. So it's a different situation, innit? But for me, that wasn't the case. So I had no reason to go and do something like that. Innit? It wasn't an option, I would say. I obviously saw people that do stuff and that, but it was never an option for me to go and like
do that.
Yeah, I couldn't. I wasn't brave enough. Couldn't do that.
Nah, it was the same for me. Like I knew. Like, I was blessed with a lot of people that were involved in that, but I wasn't involved in it. Like it was just, I knew a lot of people that did it, that were around me that done it. Like a lot of elders as well. I knew they're still in prison, but I've never been involved with it. I think what changed. I think you was part of it as well, right? Arrival, wasn't it? I think that when they came in year 10, and then when we met Daniel and then we started speaking to them and then he started I think he kind of just made me realise that there's more out there, like there's more opportunities out there, that I can actually make something like it's achievable. Because when I was in the ends I was thinking, wow, what am I going to do, like start a business, but I don't know anyone like that. And then when I met Daniel and they did the Arrival education thing, and he introduced us to like, a lot of business people. We did workshops with like Investec, the Queen's Bank, and there were people from like actual CEOs. And I remember there was someone from Investec, and we was doing the workshop with him, and he was saying like how he always wanted a Porsche, to drive a Porsche. Now he's got I think 5 of them, and he's like, it's not like it doesn't. I don't feel that way anymore. But it was just kind of thing like just having that connection and being able to speak to someone like that. Because they're from a different world. Basically, from us. And it was just like, okay, so this is how he looks at things. I never used to look at it like that. I used to think that having a Porsche is calm. Like, Like, I'll gladly have 5 and I'll be
Mm.
alright. I'll be happy.
Mm.
But he was saying he's not. Like, what's going on here?
Obviously, you were thinking,
Like,
what? I'll take one now. Bro.
Yeah. Like, give me one day if you want. That's it. But yeah, I think that kind of just
Made you think.
yeah, just transitioned my mind a bit,
Mm.
and it made me like explore other things.
Mm.
So that's when I started to like watch videos and started to read more, understand like why some people are successful, some people are not.
Mm.
Why is this person so rich and we're not? Like, what's going on here? Where's the gap? And that kind of made me understand a bit more. And then that's when I started doing the business stuff and yeah, got into that a bit more.
Shout out Daniel, getting £10 man. Hold of year 11 or year 11? No, year 10? I think year 10. Yeah, that was mad. Everyone was chasing me that day. But no, yeah, definitely. Like when you're exposed to different people like that, obviously at first it's like a bit of a wow factor because you don't know that side of things, and then you get exposed to it and it makes you think, and you're like, okay, like cool, I see what these people are doing. Let me try and mirror that now and see where it gets me, kind of thing.
Yeah. Cool. So I think one thing I want to ask you as well. Someone that's watching this, that's from different areas and backgrounds like us, and they wanted to start a business or they wanted to take their first step now towards building their wealth like us. What would you say to them? Like, what should they do?
Read. No, Jack, you know what, yeah? You know what, now obviously just like keep grounded, like be your own person. I know there's this one youngster, and I won't mention his name, but there's one youngster I know, like obviously their time is different in terms of their youngsters are reckless now. Like, some of them are just mad, innit?
Yeah.
But this guy, he reminds me of me a lot, and I always just used to talk to him and keep him grounded. Like he bangs football and that, and I always just say just keep grounded and just be your own person. Because obviously everyone knows people that are bad, been in gangs, like you have orders, all that stuff, but you don't have to follow them. Like be your own person and like just think about what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, you know how it is, like people be riding out together and doing whatever. When it comes to all of them getting caught, start snitching and you're all not together, it's stupid. So just, I would say just be your own person first and foremost and think about what you want. If you're a good person, that people will clock on and follow for the right reason, not for the wrong. But I would say that, what else would I say? Read. That's obviously not a joke. That's actually read. Like I think
That
opens your mind.
changes everything.
Yeah, it really does. Like they tell you in school and you're just thinking, oh, forget this, but it actually does. So I definitely say read. Something I was gonna say as well. I'm not sure. Pray for it. I remember.
Surround yourself with people.
Yeah, you obviously surround yourself with good people and stuff. Like obviously you learn through like life. Not everyone's gonna be blessed there, but just like network, surround yourself with good people, and just be humble and just like not follow people in it because you don't want to be doing that. I would say. There's something else, man. I can't remember it. But, no, there's something else, but
you gotta tell me after.
After
the video's finished.
But there's something else, but those are the things I would say.
Okay. I'll probably just say, look at the opportunities that we currently have at the moment. It's completely different, and there's so much ways that you can make money now. It's easier to connect with people that are not from ends, that are successful.
Easier than you think.
Easier than you think, yeah, definitely. And there's so much more opportunities and ways for you to make money, for you to build wealth, to have a better lifestyle. But whatever you're after, it's much more easier and better to do it.